Well, hello there. It's me, Auxilian from Empire of the Dirt. Back here from 2B2T. I'm trying to get to the world border in vanilla without using any hacks and without using the nether to travel. So, I hope you have fun watching this video. So let's see, where do we have to go? Over there. I try to travel as near to the axis as possible. If it's possible. And I'm trying to find many different structures and things that can only be found on a server like this, which has gone through many different versions of Minecraft and also through many different versions of terrain generation. And so we have funky stuff, for example, like this. To the normal eye, it might just look like a normal boat, but as you can see, there are two different wood types. So this boat has generated in two different versions of terrain generation. So let's get in and let's see what we can find. Goodies in here. A lot of emeralds. I'm sinking. That's not good. Okay. Let's see what we can find on the other side. As far as I know, there should be a chest over here. No, it is not, because two different ships generated inside of each other. So we'll go back up, catch some air, and let's see what's on the other side of this one. I don't think there hasn't generated a second chest because of the crazy way this boat generated. So stuff like this you can only find in 2B2T. And that's what I love about this server. There are so many different ways to play on 2B2T. On the one hand, you have the guys that are trying to find dupe stashes or doing PvP. On the other hand, you have these guys who try to make the roads or try to make big buildings, big lava casts or whatever. Big structures made out of obsidian near spawn. And on the other hand, you have the more aggressive side of players. So you have the griefers and all the toxic guys in chat. But then you have me, who is just happy to find one guy who is selling bread. And who is just happy with that. And also here we have a strange generation of a village. Let's get up on a tree, so that we won't get disturbed by zombies while I try to unveil the scene. Okay, so as you can see, some village has spawned right here. And as you might have also seen, it's just one building. It's more of the newer type because it has a cobblestone on the bottom. And over there you can see that one field has generated as well as one villager. So that's just crazy that nothing else has spawned here. So we'll try to get a good shot of the village. terrain generation like this, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I really try to find on this server. Because mostly when you play somewhere, you can't find things like that. Only on servers which are very old, you find messed up terrain generation like this. So, for example, near spawn, you can find a lot of junk errors, and the further you get out, the more crazy it gets with right as I'm talking about that, you find terrain generation like this. So let's get on top of one of the buildings, and I can try to explain again with this example how terrain generation worked or didn't work. As you can see, a forest generated down here. That was generated first. And then when the terrain generation changed, according to this seed, Minecraft said, yeah, you should have generated here a village. But because the forest and the hills were generated previously, the game had a little bit of a struggle. So it tried to still generate the village, because there is a priority of generating structures. And the problem was, because the forest was already here, so the buildings had to generate up in the air, because if the terrain generated to the new generation, here should have been a hill. And these generated down below, because here should have been a valley. But because the terrain was already here, now it looks funky like that. That's at least what I think happens. If you have other suggestions how this village was able to generate like that, please leave a comment down below. So, let's continue. Oh, the largest, yeah, still half durability. So I guess that's fine for now. If it's the first time you're watching one of my videos and you're asking yourself, is this guy really traveling to the world border in vanilla without nether travel? Or had he cheated? A little bit. No. I just started to record my journey a little bit later. If you wanna have the full story of my journey so far, just watch log number 0. There I show all of my screenshots I took from the beginning of being on 2BTT to the moment that I uploaded my first videos. And there I explain all the crazy stories I had while being on the server, if you're interested into that. Also, whenever I find a nether portal, I destroy it. I will also destroy any ender chests that I find. But I will always leave the beds behind. So if somebody set up their spawn at a bed, I just destroy the portal, take the chest, and hope that they respawn at their bed. So they have a little bit of a struggle to get back on track. But destroying a bed, that's for me a no-go. Because I know what it means when you have to restart at spawn. And especially if you don't have a stasis chamber with a pearl. That could really set you back a lot of time. You might be asking, how long had I been traveling? Well, my time on the server is about 2 years, so you could say I'm still a new fag. But my guesstimated travel time is about 4 months or so. And I'm nearly at 7.5 million blocks going in the eastern direction. So you can make now your guess when I will arrive at the eastern world border here in TBTT. If you don't know where east is plus X. And why do I do this travel? For me it's just relaxing. Playing Minecraft after work or a lunch break. Just to calm down after having a stressful day at the Dream Factory. I call it Dream Factory because where I work, we're trying to make dreams come true. Yeah, there's still some juice left in this elytra. And considering special finds, I think for today it was not bad. I mean, we found some strange and funky generated villages. And that's what I enjoy most. Oh, this looks nice. As you can see, here is a bed. Here's a crafting table. So we'll destroy that. I'll take my silky pickaxe and destroy the e-chest. Well, have fun over there. And now I go to the portal and destroy that. Easy as 1, 2, 3. So if somebody spawns here, I'm sorry. But have fun grinding. I mean, the most fun about Minecraft is getting your gear, getting your first gear, surviving your first night. And I'm just making it possible for others to relive that dream. The early stages of Minecraft are the most exciting for most people. Just imagine when you're booting up Minecraft and heard, yeah, a new version is coming out, or something like that, and you just make your first world. And what happens next is, after a few days, you just relog and create the next world because you're enjoying the early game. It's not for every player the same, but I think most of you guys have a lot of worlds you just visited for surviving your first night and then made a new world. And that's what I'm giving back to all the other players who set their beds somewhere. At least that's what I'm imagining is happening. I think most of the beds are obsolete and are not their real respawns. But if I was the person who made it possible for you, especially you, to relive that day of having no gear, having no e-chest, and just being in a Minecraft world and enjoying the re-gearing for entering the nether once again, you have to thank me. Oh, what do we have here? A little chest, I see. So let's see, maybe there's something inside. Okay, a lot of leather. That's not helpful. But I guess I will sort a little bit of my loot in here. Yeah, put that back there. I also got some paper. Yeah. If I lose what I have in here, I don't care. Whoa. Yeah, levitation exists 2017. So water that hasn't been updated. I will gladly take a picture of that. That's wonderful. So thanks SKA2 for not updating these blocks. These you can find over here. So let's continue. How many players are online today? Yeah, the upper 600. Oh, that's fine. And there we have another portal. Let's get rid of that. Just one block to make it not too hard for the people. And let's go. And drop it over the forest. And here we have another portal. Let's get rid of that. Perfect. And again, like a little friend, let's drop the obsidian into the forest. I'm not suggesting that you should drop your friends in a forest, but you might. I won't judge you. Yeah, let's just eat the apple to get more inventory space. as the sun is going down, the moon is going up, and it becomes nighttime here on TV2T. Yeah, where I am, the chunks are not loading that fast. But it's fine. I'm not in a hurry. I'm only looking up to slow down my flight speed in order not to be too fast, because when you're too fast, when the chunks are not loading, you could get rubber banded back or your elytra glitches out. There's a lot of pumpkins in these pumpkin patches. Crazy. Hello, creeper. Boom, creeper. That's how I mostly deal with the creepers during the night. Just run into them. Oh, we got flying grass. Wonderful. You just run into the creepers and then they go boom. And when you time your jump right, you can really get a rocket jump, where you really get shot up high in the air. But the timing is kinda hard. Oh, and here we have a funky village generated. As you can see, this building was just generated without enough walls, so one wall is missing. Must have been directly at a chunk border. Hello, creeper boys. Two villagers were spawned, even without the specific blocks for jobs. Back then, when villagers spawned, it could have had a random job assigned to it, or being an nitwit. So when you tried to barter with villagers, you would have a villager breeder and put them into minecarts or something, and just have them respawn until you get the right traits. Nowadays, trading with villagers is completely different, so you have to not respawn a new villager. You can just reset his job by destroying the correct job block for him, and then replanting the block, placing it again on the same spot over and over. For getting mending books, that's for most of us, as you know, a real struggle. Most of my mending books I got from fishing, because I love to repair my elytras with a fishing rod. Fishing is just really relaxing. I know it takes a lot of time to get the correct book, but when you get a mending book, uh, it is really a feeling of joy. If you have seen the last Hermitcraft season, and you've been watching Green and Scar, you might know what I'm talking about. It's exactly that feeling. Except Green didn't get a mending book because Scar took it from him. Once I ran out of rockets, I got some in this shulker box and some in my e-chest. I guess I will make another creeper farm for everybody to use or to grieve. I guess I will have to make one before I get to 8 million blocks, but that's just a guesstimation. Depending on how often I use them or how often I just walk on foot. But I will definitely make a building tutorial for one of these creeper farms, and I will do it right on the server. At the moment I need a creeper farm. And it's not that hard, you just need a little bit of time and a little bit of patience, and depending on how big you want to make it. Oh, here we have another village. Let's see. It's one of the old types, as you can see at the roofs. And if we go inside here, yeah, here you can see there are no chop blocks, but at least we have already some doors going. Let's take a picture of the water. Boom, creeper. No boom. Okay. That's perfect. Here we have a blacksmith, and instead of the anvil or the disenchanter, they had just this block. But let's take a look inside of this one. Let's take that. Wonderful. Hello, creeper. Bye, creeper. And seeing this blacksmith, it just shows how much creativity even the guys at Mojang had when they implemented these buildings. So at the time before the anvils were a thing, they thought, well, what does a blacksmith need? Oh, they need an anvil. Oh, which block can we use? And they decided to use this grey block in order to just show that this could be one. Okay, next terrain generation, a little bit funky. So this village was generated on a slope. That's why it looks like that. Must be also an old village. And over here, newly generated, right on top of the water, we got a shipwreck. Let's get inside. And let's see if we can find a buried treasure map. A lot of goodies. I will take the iron and I will take the emeralds for bartering with villagers to repair my gear. Let's go downstairs. Over here is the treasure map. I will also take the paper, and on the other side should just be, yeah, nothing. And a little bit of suspicious stew. So let's get out of here. And let's see where this is. This is north, this is east, so we have to go west and a little bit to the south. So let's get there. Okay, it should be right here. I could try to find this strange 999 thing. 1 9, 2 9s. And now I just have to dig down right here. Here. It's the first time that I try this trick, but as it looks like it works. I will gladly take the heart of the sea. The gold can stay in there as well as the breathing one. So, as you've seen, you don't need cheats, you don't need trackers, you just need a little bit of knowledge of Minecraft and F3 to find buried treasure. So let's get the next stack of rockets ready. And we're flying too fast for the chunks to load, of course. I sometimes try to do 45 degrees up and then about leveling with the horizon so I don't travel too fast. This way you are traveling slower, but you're saving rockets. You're getting a lot farther, and you have you give the game time to load the chunks. And let's go up again. Some people find it more interesting to watch people that are using hacks when they are trying to leave spawn. I don't get it. What is interesting to tell Baritone get out of spawn and then not touching the keyboard for a few minutes? I think that's boring. So what I'm doing, I'm never AFKing. I don't use hacks or any advantages that might this server allow. I try vanilla. Just in spite of all the others who are using hacks. I think it's more fun playing without. But if you enjoy just watching a gameplay for yourself, yeah, well, then do it. If you're using templates for building, yeah, sure, do it. I won't judge you. I just prefer to play the way I do. And on an anarchy server, everything is allowed, am I right? Even choosing not to use cheats, not to travel in the nether. And being incapable of landing on little spots like that one. But let's see if I can get it this time right. I'm trying. I didn't do it. Okay, so I guess I'll do it the slow way. And pillaring up to be able to destroy it. I hope you're enjoying this because I am. Just placing blocks peacefully. Taking a break. And taking the landscape in. The water, the forest, the sheeples down there. Over here is a nice beach. Here we got some mushrooms. And an Oxilian placing blocks. Up, and away towards the clouds. And now we have a good view to see this little river crawling its way through the forest. Isn't it beautiful? Let's get another stack. Oh, we nearly reached the top. So we break one block, place 1, a 2, and 3, and now we're able to destroy this portal. A 1, a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and while we look at the water, we destroy one obsidian block just with our torch. As you can see below us, there is a lot of water, all the chunks have rendered, and behind our render distance, who knows what we will find. I hope you're enjoying this, right as the moon crawls up and making day to night. It's wonderful, so calm and relaxing. Are you still watching this video, or have you fallen asleep? Please tell me in the comment section below. I'm sure you still are watching me breaking this block of obsidian with my torch. No, don't lose track of the moon. It might turn daytime until I destroyed this block, or will my pointy finger slip off the mouse button and we have to start again? Who knows? Isn't it beautiful as the stars are rising? We're watching towards east, towards a final destination, the world border, at 30 million blocks to the east. Black rises the sky. It really takes a long time to break one of these obsidian blocks, just by hand. And now you know the struggle of people at spawn who are encased in 2 layers of obsidian. They could respawn, or they could do this. This is peak Minecraft feeling. It's so pure and simple. But as Todd Howard said once, it's not a bug, it's a feature. And as the Spiffing Brits said once, it just works. And we did it. With our torch, we destroyed 1 obsidian block. And just like that, we continue our travels. Oh, a new forest type. You can find those even near spawn, so within 1 million blocks you're able to find these pale oak forests. Yeah, 2v2t is telling us again that we are on 2v2t. That was a nice addition, Housemaster, a really nice addition to tell us on which server we are. Oh, Elytra is not looking that good, considering its durability. But I think it's fine for now. As we can see, Momo was thrown off by a cliff by creaking. Momo is normally near spawn, so this tells us there are no creakings at spawn. Isn't this nice? Just a welcoming gift for the new players, I guess. These must be so beautiful for a new player to find spawning in. First, getting killed by a player. Secondly, getting killed by a creeper. Then by a zombie. Then by a skeleton. And then once, maybe once or twice, by a creaking. Isn't it lovely? And we stumbled upon here a jungle temple. Let's see what we've got in the chest. A few arrows. I will put this in, and this, and this. But I will gladly take the redstone components. And let's dig in and see what we can find over here. A book. Power 4, Efficiency 4, and Bane of Arthropods 4. That's a nice book. But I prefer to take the redstone components. They're for free. The books are due, but I don't need books at the moment. And we are a skeleton. Let's try to get through this gap. And let's continue. Towards the rising sun. Isn't it wonderful? Today we found many different structures, from funky terrain generation, flying water, flying villages, villages that haven't spawned correctly. We found some nether portals and a jungle temple. Let's see what we can find within the next few minutes before I have to end this video. Here we have a shipwreck that was partly generated inside of this little hill. First, let's take a look at the captain's quarters. Oh, there's a lot of iron, a lot of nuggets, and some emeralds. I guess I will put these in my shulker box. And now let's get downstairs and see what riches are hiding here. Another buried treasure, a little bit of paper, and let's dig through to the other chest. It should be hiding right here. We find 2 smithing tablets and a little bit of paper. Let's see, where do we have to go now? This is east, so we have to go to the south. And I think I will end this episode after finding that buried treasure. And it is right on land. So we will try again this little trick with the 9s. First we try to get about to a coordinate where we have to go. Then we press F3 and try to get the 9s in. Let's see. There is 1 9, there is another 9, so it should be exactly beneath us. And there we go. Easy as 1, 2, 3. We get all the riches we need. Now, there is another shipwreck that should exactly lead to this buried treasure. But to log out, I will always seek a nice tree to rest on and to say goodbye to you. But what do we have here? A beautiful little nether portal. It's destroyed. Wonderful. Let's replace the block. Put this block inside here. Let's take out our silk touch pickaxe. Let's mine the chest. And let's get going back to the axis. And here we are back again at that beautiful, beautiful boat. And I think this is the tree where I'll rest upon. But I will make a useless big pillar. Because why not? And let's make a little platform right on top of that pillar. Make it a little bit bigger. Placing a block here and there and everywhere. Put 2 torches on it, looking towards our goal, pressing F5 2 times and saying goodbye to you until the next episode. If you've enjoyed me talking this deep and slow, leave a like below. And maybe, just maybe, become one of the subscribers of me here on Tubi2T.